Welcome to the Clydesdale Media Presents Meet the Athletes of the Semifinals. We are on the Atlas Games now, but before I get to my guest, I need to thank my sponsors. RX Smart Gear provides world-class jump ropes, grips, and other gear for us all. Use the code Clydesdale15 for 15% off your order at rxsmartgear.com. Mobility Movement, MVMNT, is a program that teaches you how to increase your capacity to heal, reduce recovery time, and restore your nervous system to peak health. Everyone gets a 7-day free trial. Our listeners get an additional free month when you use Clydesdale free month at mobilitymvmnt.com. And finally, C4 Energy, delivering the most effective, best tasting, and highest quality products. Get 20% off when you use the code Clydesdale at checkout at c4energy.com. That is c4energy.com. I've only done that like 120 times. Can you tell?
Sounds great.
So I would like to welcome my guest, Elena Budz. Elena, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am tired, but
Yeah.
I love this stuff. I love hearing stories, and I can't wait to hear yours. So first of all, congratulations on making it to the Atlas Games.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is your second semifinal.
Yes. Yep.
You were at the West Coast Classic last year.
Yep. West Coast last year, and then this year, Atlas. Yeah. So I'm excited.
So first of all, where are you from?
Originally, I'm from New York, and I've been in New Hampshire now for a little over a year. I actually just had my 1-year anniversary at the CrossFit gym that I coach and train at recently. So I got to celebrate that. So yeah.
And is that CrossFit free?
That's CrossFit free. Yep.
Shout out. Got to give them the shout out.
Free.
So what part of New York?
Upstate New York. So like the Albany area.
Okay.
Very country. Very country. We're like a little bit south of Albany, where I'm actually from. Very small town called Cairo.
Okay. So I have family in middle New York.
Okay.
And it's so small I can't even remember the name.
Yeah. I mean
like my aunt and uncle are next door neighbors with Amish.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like Amish, and you drive by a bunch of cows and all that, farms and whatnot. So that's what I'm used to.
And then my college roommate is from upstate New York, outside of Syracuse.
Okay.
In a place called Herkimer.
Yeah, Herkimer. Yep.
Yeah, that's where he's from.
I'm not too familiar with it, but I know of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a little familiar with the New York area.
Yeah.
So what did you do for fitness growing up?
So fitness growing up, like in middle school, high school, I tried out some sports, but that wasn't really my thing. Like the softball and whatnot. But eventually I got into all-star or competitive cheerleading, and that was an outside thing. That wasn't having to do with school. It was no part of school. So it was a separate, just like cheerleading gym. And so
it is amazing how many people that we've interviewed came from all-star cheerleading.
Yeah, it's pretty popular. Yeah.
And Allison Scuds, she was an all-star cheerleader right here in Columbus, Ohio.
Okay. Yeah. So that was kind of my background or my life pretty much for 5-6 years or so. I did gymnastics a little bit before that, but just like recreational. And then I got into cheerleading because my gymnastics gym offered a competitive cheerleading program. And I was just like, all right, let's try it out. Something new, something different.
So were you like a flyer or tumbler?
So I didn't fly. I was a base.
A base.
So very thankful that I was, because it got me some pretty strong shoulders to now blend over into CrossFit. So I'm thankful for that. Yeah.
And that was the biggest takeaway from cheerleading to CrossFit is your upper body strength?
A lot of it, yes, definitely. Yeah, I was just so used to holding girls up overhead who were lighter than me, heavier than me, and anything in between. So, um, yeah, it was pretty beneficial. Yeah,
Well, I see you're breaking out the gun show right now,
I'm
showing off
trying.
those shoulders.
I really am. I know I got a cap or a CrossFit free shirt. So, uh, yeah, another shout out to them. My so yeah.
So, how did you find CrossFit after cheerleading?
So once I kind of fell out of the love, I guess, for cheerleading, um, I needed to somehow still move my body. Like I wanted to still move around, do things, but again, I wasn't really into any sports growing up. I wasn't really good nor into it. So actually my mom and I just started to go to just like a Globo gym, like a Planet Fitness or whatever together. And we got a membership there. We were like, we've never really been to a gym before. So let's use these machines. Let's run on this treadmill. Let's do these things. And we had a blast for maybe a few months. And then randomly one day my mom was searching something on the internet, and something came up um, that was like this CrossFit thing that was near us. It was like maybe 15 to 20 minutes away, and they were having this weekend on ramp, and anyone could show up, you know, no experience needed, none of that. And she's like, Elena, do you want to try this out? And I was like, sure, Mom, let's do it. So we went for the Saturday and the Sunday. It was like the onboarding, whatever. We were with a bunch of people, like a big group. And from there, we were hooked. And still to this day, my mom does CrossFit, and obviously so do I. So that was like the beginning, start, the stages of it. She's the one who actually found it.
So, you have a good relationship with your mom?
Yeah, I love my mom. She's my best friend. Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
So, what are these competition weeks like for her?
Very stressful, but she's so thankful to be able to go. She goes to every, she's been to almost every single one of my competitions, whether that was from the all-star cheerleading days and then now obviously into the CrossFit days. She's only missed one CrossFit competition. I forget which one I had went to, and she was like, never again. I will never ever do that again. I didn't like not being there with you. I just, like I said, she's my best friend, so her not being there and like vice versa, like having each other there, it was definitely different for her. So yeah, she's my number one supporter. So to not have that, she's like, never again.
Does she compete?
No, she doesn't, but she's still a savage. So yeah, she rocks it every day in the gym. So,
Well, I am a full-fledged mama's boy. Like, my mom listens to every episode I put out,
really.
like, and gives me feedback as soon
Yeah,
as she's done.
shout out to the moms.
But when I was in sports as a kid, she would embarrass me. Like,
Oh
she would yell so loud
yeah,
that
see,
you
not
could
like
hear her over the entire crowd.
okay, yeah, she won't be the loud one. She'll be the one who's just like full of emotion. Like she'll cry, even though I haven't even eaten yet. I haven't even done a workout, and she just like comes over and gives me a hug. She's like, "I'm sorry, I'm crying already," but she's just so happy to be there with me. So yeah, that's her.
Yeah, that's awesome. Gotta love those moms. So, Atlas was really late in getting workouts up.
The workouts, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, all the other people we've talked to at, like, Syndicate and Mac and Granite, they got to do kind of like a mock weekend prior to. How did you deal with that? And did you practice just the movements? Did you do some walkthroughs? How did you cope with the workouts being late?
Yeah, I mean, I thought they had said that they would give out the workouts a week in advance, and I believe that most of them were by the Friday. So knowing that and seeing that, we knew that we were going to plan out our Friday, our Saturday, and our potential Sunday to either attack some of the workouts or, like you said, hit some of the movements that we were going to see. And that's exactly what we did. So we tested, you know, well, we've known the legless rope climb and the running workout, and then the barbell complex. So we've been doing that multiple times a week, just like in different forms and whatnot, just kind of getting down what we're going to be opening up with for the lift, and then obviously kind of knowing how to attack the legless rope climb workout. So as far as the other ones, yeah, we saw what they were. We're like, okay, let's do it. Let's test them. Maybe we didn't do all of the rounds, like for the 4-round workout that we have with the tote bar and the sandbag. We just tested the 3 rounds. So we know that the 4th round, just send it. You're almost done. So that's what we did for like most of the workouts, just bits and pieces of it, just to get touches. It's nothing. It's no movements that we haven't done before. We've been focusing a lot on like the parallel handstand push-ups and getting used to the deficit that we're going to see. So that's probably been like the biggest movement since the workouts have been released that we've been hammering and kind of making sure that we just know how to attack that movement correctly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So far, so good. We all have been loving the workouts. So yeah.
So you're still pretty young.
Yeah.
And last year you finished 21st at West Coast.
Mhm.
What's the goal going into Atlas?
It's funny. I was just having this conversation with my coach, Brandon Peterson, not too long ago about Atlas and about, just like this upcoming year. He asked me the same thing, or we just talked about the same thing. And honestly, my biggest goal for Atlas is to leave there being proud of myself, my effort, and knowing that I know it's cliche to say, but giving everything that I have to every single workout and just showcasing my true potential. Because the past competitions that I've been to, like the bigger ones, Wadapalooza, the West Coast, uh, I'm still always learning and will always be learning. But um, with those particular past competitions, it was like that was my first big kind of showing, big individual thing. So there was a lot kind of going on, and I learned so much from those 2 competitions, and have so many just takeaways from them that now I've matured, and like I said, have just been constantly learning about how I can showcase my true potential and my true fitness. And if I can execute, all weekend, I know that I'll be happy and proud of whatever the outcome is.
So a lot of the conversation around the semifinals has been with the athletes and the coaches that I've talked to has been this aspect of belief, right? You get so far with your fitness, right? And then that last step is, do I belong?
Yeah.
Where are you with that?
It's definitely taken me a long time to get to that belief, and not that I'm 100% there yet or feel like that every day, but there's been a switch. Again, I was telling my coach this a few weeks ago. There was a switch maybe a month ago with me in terms of like I I'm starting to truly believe in myself. And that has then been showing inside of training and inside of these workouts. And then now, um, knowing the workouts that we have for Atlas and kind of going through them, and the confidence that I have going into this particular competition, I haven't had that ever. Like I haven't felt what I feel right now going into it. So it's a really good feeling. So it's been a slow kind of progression to get to that full belief in myself that I know that I will make it to the CrossFit Games. Um, so it's exciting. I'm excited. So
And is that more important this weekend to know that you belong than your placement?
yes, yeah, it is, because up here is it will it's a game changer. Yeah, what is going on up in your head as you're going through the weekend and going into each workout, or even like in the corral or in the warm-up area or between the events, like what is going on up in your head is can either make or break a weekend for somebody. And so yeah, I know I keep saying it and repeating it, but I'm very excited for this weekend.
So would you consider yourself more of a strength athlete or an engine?
uh, I want to say I feel like I'm kind of in the middle. I'm not I am by no means the strongest athlete out in the field, but then I'm no means the one who can, you know, go super, super long and kind of sustain that. I feel like I have a combination of both. Like I can lift decent weight, but I can also keep up with the engine athletes.
Have you watched the other semifinals?
Yes. Yes. Yep.
Does that give you confidence looking at what's happened?
It does. Yeah. I mean, confident, sure, and but I know that we're doing totally different workouts.
Yeah, and the placement of the workouts is wildly different.
Exactly. Like we
Even
have
the ones that are the same.
Yeah, like we have our strength event, I think it's Saturday night. And then like our legless rope climb workout's the final. So
Right.
it's totally different than Syndicate or Mac and Granite Games. So that'll be interesting too.
Well, and Granite
Our
Games was outside,
abs-
so you have that factor, and I think the field was longer than an arena, so
yeah.
even the run at the end was a little bit longer. It's crazy that way, but, um, let's talk about some fun stuff.
Okay. I like it.
So, you get to the end of the weekend,
hmm
and people are talking about you, and they say, "Elena, this weekend was blank." What do you hope they put in that blank?
Uh, full full of smiles. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. That's what I
Alright, you finished the event. You've had a great weekend. Everything you wanted was there. How do you celebrate?
celebrate. Well, definitely we'll all go out to eat on Sunday. So that will be exciting. I'm sure usually it's like pizza, the usual, but I'm very simple. Like that is definitely my go-to. I don't need anything, other than that. So pizza or something just bad on Sunday. And then we're leaving on Monday. So last year at the West Coast, the Monday after, we went to this breakfast place, and we ordered pancakes, but too many pancakes. So we learned last year, hopefully, that if we do something like that, we'll order more appropriately and not overdo it, because we couldn't even finish. But it was so worth it.
So we know mom's going.
Yeah, my mom is going.
You taking anybody else?
Nope, just my mom. Some of her, some of the athletes who are at the gym that she currently works out at are also going with her, just kind of like a keep company and whatnot. So that's cool. But other than that, just my mom. Yeah.
Your coach?
Yep, my coach. So my coach Brandon Peterson, also Lynn Casodis, and then it'll be, what's really cool is that this weekend I get to also compete with my training partners. So there's the three of us. There's myself, there's Peter Mason, who's on the men's elite individual side, and then there's Addie. So we'll all be competing and being alongside each other, which is it'll be a very memorable experience for the three of us to be able to go through this together.
So that really is kind of a big cheer squad.
It is. Yes.
Yeah.
And so many people from back home, like all three of us are at different gyms, but we all train together at CrossFit Free. So like Addie's got her gym that she coaches at, Peter's got his gym that he's coaching at, and then there's obviously CrossFit Free where I coach at. So there's so many people who will be cheering us on and supporting and watching us, that we don't even know. So it's really special. So although not many people are going, we're going to be feeling the love. Yeah.
And how long have you been training with those two? A year?
So I've been training with Peter since I moved here to New Hampshire. And then Addie joined us, I want to say it's going on a year that she moved and started training with us. So yeah, pretty much all about the same time. Yeah.
So last year at West Coast, you didn't have training partners.
Nope. Well, just Peter and myself. We were training together. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So just I.
How has it been having two other training partners? Do you think it's elevated your game this year?
Absolutely. We all work so well together, and there's unconditional love and support and wanting the best for each other, but it's also a competition every single day.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
All
You
good.
went dark on me.
All good. You see me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I
So
just
it's
want to
also a
say,
competition. Yeah.
well, I'm sorry, what was that?
It's also a friendly competition every single day. So we're always competing against each other. So that's definitely brought all of our fitness levels, strength numbers up. Yeah.
Well, Elena, this has been a blast.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to stay in touch and watch your career develop. We'll be rooting for you this weekend.
Thank
And good luck.
you, Scott. I appreciate it. Thank you.